let them know you're capable of hitting those passes down the field.
If there's any quarterback in franchise history capable of that, that is Patrick Mahomes. Quick dump off to the left, and Hunt is taken down by the former Fort Myers native in Trey Boston. Last week in the AFC Championship game, the Kansas City Chiefs made an important third down stop of New England's with 2:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Why that was significant was the following Chiefs drive, as they went 72 yards in 6 plays and all but won the game in Foxborough with a touchdown scramble from Patrick Mahomes. And the Patriots just didn't have enough time to overcome an 11-point deficit, and Kansas City wins the game 17-6. Transition here to the Dream Bowl, same scenario. Panthers go 3 and out. The Chiefs have a chance to go up by 11 and all but secure a win. Third down and 6 for the Chiefs. Here's Mahomes. He throws a slant and finds Hill at the 40-yard line. That's the first catch of the half for Tyreek Hill, but it's at a very critical time. First down, Kansas City.
I think if you're the Chiefs here, obviously number one situation is to score and hopefully make it a touchdown. But the other thing is just use up your time. I mean, the way the Panthers play with the run game being the main thing, they're going to need a lot of time to get down the field. So even if you only get a field goal and you're able to just chew up 3, 4, 5 minutes of this clock, it's still going to put you in a great position.
Both teams rank in the bottom half of the league in time of possession. We will see if any one of these offenses can chew up the clock here late in the game. Play fake. Mahomes looks deep. There's nothing there. He scrambles to his right. Mahomes now is pressured by Lodolele, throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Watkins at the 5, and that brings up second down.
You could tell here Patrick Mahomes really didn't want to take off for whatever reason. I mean, there's a point where it looks like he could have moonwalked for a first down, but he really thought he had something downfield, and I can somewhat see what he's looking at here, but great closing speed by the Panthers as it falls incomplete.
Yeah, great coverage as well from Carolina. The Panthers ranked as one of the worst secondaries in the league coming into the game, but they have played great in covering the deep ball against Mahomes. There's a short throw to Kelsey, and the tight end picks up a third down coming up.
Yeah, big third down as we attack the middle of the field with Kelsey again. That's always a great check down. You're going to get 4, 5, 6 yards every time. See if they can pick up the third down and keep this drive moving.
Now methodical fourth quarter march with the Chiefs up by 4. They can sniff that Dream Bowl title here late in the fourth quarter. Play fake. Mahomes takes off and dances to the 28-yard line. That is another third down conversion. Kyle Love makes the stop for the Panthers defense.
For the first time today, Patrick Mahomes leaves the pocket and takes off, and he gets just enough yards for the first down. Tries to slide. He takes a little hit, not a huge one. A little bit of a read option there. He was able to pick up the first down. Great play.
So many know the Panthers as losing the Super Bowl to the Broncos in Santa Clara. In that game, the Panthers defense set a Super Bowl record as this first down throws complete to Hunt's. The Panthers forced 13 consecutive third down stops of Denver. That is not the case tonight in the Dream Bowl. As since the start of the second quarter, look at those numbers, Phil. I mean, it's not even a contest.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that this is the team that came into the second half with the lead, because they are not playing like it. And if they are, it's one that's up by 50 and not by 3. They have literally gone backwards. They are worse now than when they started in total yards, and that's just not going to get it done.
Second down, here is Mahomes. He looks and settles for the safety valve. There's Kareem Hunt, who was run out of bounds by Tillman. Another stop from the veteran out of Louisiana. That's a 1-yard loss. The Chiefs' offense on third down of the regular season, pretty productive. Playoffs at 50%. That is a big reason why they won both playoff games. And tonight they are 5 for 9. The Panthers just can't seem to get off the field on third downs. Kansas City is 2 of 2 on third downs on this drive. From the 21 of Carolina, Mahomes, he drops, hands to Hunt, and he is stacked up by Addison for a 1-yard loss. A critical stop from the veteran defensive end Mario Addison brings up fourth down.
Yeah, that second down play was a big issue to me, just for the fact that they got out of bounds and he didn't fall inbounds. It would have lowered, had the clock moving, and obviously now they have to settle for a field goal. The Panthers still have plenty of time. They didn't really play the clock game the way they needed to there.
It was a lengthy possession, but certainly the late drive faltering hampered this offense down the stretch. Butker hits a short-range field goal, and Kansas City takes a full touchdown lead over the Carolina Panthers with just over 2 minutes to go in the Dream Bowl 5. Also with that touchdown lead, one of the important contributors in the game is Kareem Hunt, who had a brutal performance with under 2 yards a carry in week 4, but has dramatically improved on his efforts throughout the course of this Dream Bowl tonight for the DSFL championship. And being the team to represent the greatest club in the last 20 years, the 2015 Panthers and the 2018 Chiefs, in a thrilling football game, find the Chiefs up by 10. Kickoff down by Ginn for a touchback. Cam Newton, we have talked about it ad nauseum, but it's just been the storyline of the game, where since the first quarter, in fact, since the opening drive, he has been a shell of himself against this defense.
Yeah, he is definitely not given what we're used to seeing, especially from an MVP caliber guy like Cam Newton. But the crazy thing here is that he is still one drive away from tying this game. So as bad as he has played, as bad as his offense has played, they're not out of it yet, and that's got to be what's keeping them going.
Panthers line up at their own 25, and maybe the most important drive of the year for this football team. Newton throws over the middle to Olsen. That is a gain of 13. First down, Carolina, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. This is the stuff that you dream of as a kid. 2 minutes to go, down by 7 with a championship on the line.
Yeah, there's a reason it's called the Dream Bowl after all. Like you said, it's what dreams are made of, and they are a quick drive away from tying this game. And we mentioned earlier, if the Panthers want to get it going through the air, Greg Olsen is going to be your go-to guy. There's no question about it.
46 catches in the season coming into today, but the tight end has really made a very little impact tonight. 2 minutes to go in the Dream Bowl 5. Panthers down 7. Here's Stewart out of the backfield, and he spins out of bounds in front of Murray after a gain of 9. The Panthers' drives, since we saw 110 yards racked up for this offense to begin the game, have gone punt, touchdown, missed field goal, and punt. That'll not get it done.
Yeah, and of course that touchdown was a one-play drive where they kind of caught the defense napping at the end of the half. Jonathan Stewart's great run. But overall, they have not put a drive together all game. We'll see if they can do one here.
They're at the 47-yard line. Third play of this drive. Newton is back and sets up the screen. Stewart gets a block. 40, 35, and he has run out of bounds at the 34. 17-yard gain. That caught the Chiefs' defense napping as they go to the short safety valve to Stewart and pick up a first down.
And Stewart's adjustment to get this ball and still turn it upfield is very impressive. It almost looked like Cam was throwing it into the dirt. He extends out, gets a stiff arm 17 yards later, first down Panthers.
And Carolina took only 3 snaps to drive from their own 25 to the Chiefs' 34 in their most impressive drive since the first quarter. Newton looks to the left, running back screen again. Stewart's at the 20, at the 10, and Stewart is run out of bounds by Ragland at the 5. 29 yards, first and goal, Carolina.
Call your friends, tell them we got a ball game here in Miami. The Panthers have figured it out. Screen passes to the one guy who's made plays all day down in the red zone. This is getting good.
Jonathan Stewart has been nothing short of an absolute superstar tonight. We have got history in the making here in the Dream Bowl. Somebody's going to win their first DSFL championship. And Jonathan Stewart, we have seen some great running backs in Dream Bowl history. A Walter Payton comes to mind, and also a Robert Smith comes to mind. Jonathan Stewart has played better than all of them today. Stretch run to the outside, and he is stacked up by Skandrick for a 2-yard loss. I mean, his rushing performance is good, and then here he is making a huge impact in the passing game tonight as Jonathan Stewart pushes them in the red zone.
Yeah, back-to-back big passes there, using the screen pass to get them into the red zone. Like you said, just adding to his yards total. But now you're here. Let's see if you're able to punch it in.
Newton looks, steps up and throws underneath, and that is the Stewart, go figure, and he's out of bounds, tackled by Nelson after a 3-yard gain. He has been a solo act tonight. Stewart has 235 yards. The rest of the team has 49 tonight.
Yeah, under that 28 on his chest, I think is going to be a Superman logo because he has done everything for this team. As you can see, there are over 200 yards of total offense. Still has the ability to add to it and possibly get in the end zone for the second time today.
And now on 3rd and goal, the Panthers spread it out. No Stewart in the game. From the 4, Newton looks, good protection, throws into the end zone, and Cotchery dropped it. That would have tied the game. 4th and goal coming up.
That has got to be the sickest man in America. He was wide open. He could have checked his email while catching this pass. It was thrown a little behind him, but, I mean, Jericho Cotchery is a veteran of this league. He knows how to adjust to make that catch, and you got to feel for him here, Nick.
Yeah, they certainly could have been a better throw, but Cotchery drops his second today and his 10th of the year. Who knows if that winds up costing them here. On 4th and goal, they're at the 4. If they're stopped, the game may just be over. Newton looks, he throws, and Cotchery has got it. He redeems himself in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
From the GOAT of the game to the great of the game, as he gets it in the back of the end zone there, Cam Newton finally has time to throw, actually gets hit right after. What a shot taken there. Right in the back of the end zone, tiptoes down. We might have a tie game coming up.
Jericho Cotchery, with so many drops that have cost the Panthers this year, makes the play of the game, makes the play of the season so far for the Carolina offense, who goes 75 yards in just over a minute. Gano hits the extra point. That was the stuff of champions, Phil, as they, in what is most likely is the final drive of regulation and of the season for the Panthers offense, tie the game at 17. Back to Miami in just a moment. This is the Dream Bowl 5 from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Welcome back. That was such a rare play for the Panthers. It's been over 20 minutes since a Carolina wide receiver made a catch, let alone a touchdown. And we're tied at 17, Phil.
Yeah, I guess Cotchery just wanted his touchdown to be a little more difficult, look a little better looking back on it on TV later. But, you know, after that drop, his ability to block that out of his mind, have short memory, and make the more difficult catch one play later, stuff a legend.
The kickoff from Gano is down for a touchback by Tremont Smith. The Chiefs' drive summaries has been a bit more productive since their slow starts. With 2 straight punts, they then go over the last 5, touchdown, punt, and a half, missed field goal, touchdown, and field goal, as Kansas City's offense has caught fire tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if any kind of points are had on this drive, it might be enough to do it. And obviously not a lot of time, just over a minute left, but they do have all 3 timeouts. You can work the sideline. This is a very doable drive here if you're Kansas.
Panthers only rush 4, but Mahomes still settles for the short throw, and Hunt is tackled by Thompson inbounds, and Kansas City, I'm a bit surprised, Phil, they have not used a timeout.
Yeah, that's one of the more rough decisions if you're going to try anything in this situation. I don't know that that's the way you do. As you see here, they're at least going no huddle, seeing if they can conserve some time, looking downfield.
Well, Star Lodolele wipes out, it seems, any chance for a comeback. No timeouts, and Lodolele, the defensive tackle from Utah, records the first sack of the Dream Bowl for the Panthers defense. That's a loss of 7.
Yeah, one of the greatest names in football, Star Lotulelei, drags down Patrick Mahomes and might just shut the door on this drive. We might be looking at overtime.
We have never gone to overtime in a Dream Bowl, 1 through 4, but that might just be where we are headed as the Chiefs burn some clock. In fact, it almost seems inevitable. 3rd down and 19 for Kansas City. Final play of regulation is a draw to Hunt. He is stacked up by Kuechly, and for the first time in Dream Bowl history, we are going to overtime from Miami, Florida. It's the decade renewal of the game played in Miami for the Dream Bowl 1, and for the Dream Bowl 5, we will have a first-time champion 2. Panthers elect tails. Chiefs have won the toss, and they elect to receive. And Kansas City gets the ball to begin overtime in the Dream Bowl 5. But before we go there, let's take a look back at last year's Dream Bowl 4, which was played in Los Angeles. In a thrilling football game, the Patriots drive downfield, and Brady, who threw a touchdown to win the Dream Bowl 3 for the 07 Patriots, throws a go-ahead touchdown to the Dream Bowl 4. This one looked all but done, but the 85 Bears receive a 105-yard incredible kickoff return from Willie Gaultz, and that wins the game for Chicago. The 85 Bears, in the renewal of the all-time great teams series, they win the Dream Bowl 4, 21-16.
Yeah, and a team that's known more so for its defense, who would have thought it'd be a special teams play that's able to upset the Patriots, prevent them from back-to-back Dream Bowls there. It was crazy to call that game. It was insane, and we might have an even crazier finish here for you tonight.
As the Panthers and the Chiefs in front of a beautiful scene, at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. They play a thrilling football game back and forth into overtime. The Panthers led at the break. Kansas City scored 10 unanswered, and then the Panthers, they tie the game late with Kotchery. Here is Kareem Hunt, and he is drilled for a 3-yard loss by Shaq Thompson. And that is, for the Chiefs, a rarity to see Kareem Hunt stuff like that.
Yeah, the Panthers somehow found a way to just get all the momentum out of the Chiefs and gave it back to themselves. That ending drive, as I said, it was difficult, but it was possible to get down the field, maybe kick a field goal. The defense has just stepped up, another drop in the backfield here. And while the Chiefs start with the ball, the Panthers seem to have the momentum. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, certainly, scoring the last 7, and also the Chiefs, as we see that throws incompletes, haven't scored all but 1 touchdown since late in the second quarter. Let's take a look at that game so far. That second quarter touchdown was a thing of beauty, as the Chiefs were the first one to use that back of the end zone. That was Hill, and then from 74 yards, there's Jonathan Stewart's, and regardless of how this one goes, it seems Jonathan Stewart, even if the Panthers lose, might still be player of the game. But the Chiefs, led by Mahomes, took the lead before Kotchery tied it at 17. What a football game we have witnessed here from Miami. The Chiefs face third down, where they have been so successful today. Play fake. Mahomes fires downfield. Incomplete. A lot of contact with the throw intended for Conley, it appeared. The Chiefs go 3 and out to begin overtime.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of contact there. I don't know if it was necessarily enough to draw a flag, but a 3 and out by the Chiefs, actually going backwards. We're going to get a look at this contact here. But, yeah, not what you want if you're the Chiefs.
Now, Shaq Thompson got a hand into Sammy Watkins, not Chris Conley. There have been no penalty flags thrown today, but that one certainly could have very easily been a flag. Instead, the Chiefs go 3 and out. Dustin Colquitt is out to punt to begin overtime. He sends this one deep. It is returnable by Ginn to the 35. He spins away from 2 defenders, gets a block of the 40, makes a man miss. Ted Ginn is loose. He slips a tackle from Jenkins. No way! Ted Ginn, touchdown. No flags on the field. The Panthers win the game. Touchdown, Carolina.
And that's what I call putting the special in special teams. Ted Ginn with the most clutch play in DSFL history. 65 yards to the house. I can't believe what we just saw.
Ted Ginn, my goodness, with his career all but done, he makes a revitalization of his career in Carolina, and he not only makes the play of the game, he single-handedly helps win it in overtime. The Panthers have won the Dream Bowl 5 in overtime over the Chiefs. What a football game we witnessed tonight, and for all of the fans of the Panthers after that 4-5 starts, I'm sure even the most pungent of fans did not see this one ending the way it did. Jonathan Stewart is the player of the game, but Phil, the play of the game was from the return from Ted Ginn Jr. It seemed he broke a tackle from the entire Chiefs football team.
No question about it. My rewind button's going to get worn out on this play alone, as you can see. Ted Ginn, I've talked about him plenty in this game, always called him the ageless wonder. You know, he's a wide receiver that's always been known as a kick returner. That's where he butters his bread, and now he has one of the greatest kick returns in the history of the Dream Season football, and it's something that he'll always have. And while Jonathan Stewart is the MVP, this is, in fact, the play of the game.
Andy Reid is beside himself. The Chiefs pull off an incredible upset over the unbeaten Patriots a week ago, and it appeared they would do the same again. After a 4-5 start, Carolina wins 5 straight road games, and all of those games are to teams with better records. I mean, you just can't put this in Hollywood. I mean, the Panthers pull off the type of run that you almost never see, and for the first time we see a punt return for a touchdown in Dream Bowl history, and it's to win it in overtime.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. If you're the Panthers, that was quite an emotional roller coaster for this game alone. And just for them to win, congratulations to Cam Newton, Jonathan Stewart, Ted Ginn, and everyone in Carolina.
The 2015 Carolina Panthers are your Dream Bowl 5 champions. For Hank Lewis, who did such great work up in the halftime studios and on the sideline, for Phil Nunziata, who is an ageless wonder alongside me in the booth, This is Nick Rice saying so long for yet another thrilling football game to conclude the great Dream Season Football League, this time the Series 5. Make sure to keep it tuned to the Charger 95 YouTube page for more updates on the DSFL and how we'll start Series 6. But until then, for the first time in Dream Season history, the Panthers are champions. Good night from Miami.